level and I've done my PhD here. And apart from that, I've been a teacher to undergraduate students and postgraduate students also. And I can tell you that you can compare the two. We memorize content in Nigeria. We develop skills here. And you find out when you get here. Apart from that, what I appreciate most here is you have the support to be what you want to be. They support you, the academic community, the supporting staff, no academic staff, they will support you. We have a lot of facilities. You have access to computer, access to internet facilities, anywhere in class. You have access to supporting teams. They will teach you how to write good English, how to apply data. They have different systems that will help you to be all-round expert in your area of endeavor. And I want to tell you the difference when you compare UK education to other parts of the world, like Canada. Some people have the erroneous belief that UK education is expensive. But you study for MA or MSc in Canada, it's always 2 years course, and you got to pay twice, I think. In the UK, it's just between 12 and 15 months, and you have the same skills. And I want to tell you, UK university are one of the best, are the best in the world. The top 8 university in the world, 4 is in the UK. And you can check it on your internet. And therefore, you have qualifications here that you can be proud of, and you can compete with anybody all over the world. And that is the essence of what you can achieve in the UK. And UK university also has the best research institutes in the world. If you look at the current pandemic going on in the world, COVID-19, the University of Oxford is leading research in antibody tests, leading research in developing vaccine. And recently, the government of US has granted over $800 million to Oxford with AstraZeneca company to manufacture vaccine to prevent COVID infection. Therefore, I want to tell you that you have a lot of advantages that you can get here. How do you get to the UK? Some people will tell you, oh, when you get to the UK, there's no job. A student once asked me that you don't have access to job. I want to tell you, if you are given a student visa in the UK, you'll be given a work permit. Your spouse will be given a work permit, and you can come here with your children. And recently, there's a new policy that will help international students like you. After your study in the UK, whether BSc, whether MSc, whether PhD, or PhD, you have 2 years post-study visa that you can use those 2 years to work and to get professional job. And once you are able to get a professional job in the UK, then you can live here for 5 years and have your indefinite leave to live in the UK. And after a year, you can become a British citizen. Many of us want to remain Nigerians, but some people want to be British. Therefore, it's possible. Let me tell you, I came here, I decided in 2011 that I want to come and study in the UK after being in politics for about 12 years in Oyo State. And I just slept a night and made up my mind that I need to go and develop myself. And within 6 years, I was able to complete master's, PhD, and BSc. And I'm still here with my family today. My wife just completed a master's degree in project management. My daughter, first daughter, is doing a law degree at the University of Portsmouth. Why am I saying this? It's possible. You can come here to work as a student. Your spouse can work here full-time as a dependent of a student, and you can come here with your children. You can come here, you can thrive. And what I like about this here, at this place, is that it doesn't matter who you are, whether you are Buhari's son or daughter, or a Nahoro's son or daughter. So far that you have the skill you can sell, you are selling in the UK. And I want to assure you that it's a place that you can make up your mind to come and study. That is apart from being affordable. And as a student, some people will say, oh, work permit is 20 hours. It's a bit difficult for you to combine studying with working if you are a serious student. That is why UK organization, UK Home Office, UKBA, United Kingdom Border Agency, that issue visa to international candidates. That is why they want to ensure that people that want to come here as a student are genuine students, people that are interested in studying. If you are interested in studying 20 hours, that's 2 days work. If you are not very careful, you can manage it with your work. But we have people that do 43, 4, 5 days. There are loopholes in law, which when you get here, you discover. But what I'm telling you is that you have the opportunity to work 20 hours, but your spouse can work 100 hours per week, and that can support your education. What I find interesting here is that some university will allow you to pay in installments. After paying a deposit from Nigeria, you get here, they will divide the balance of your tuition fee into 5 or 6 installments that you can get a job and you pay. That's what I've done. I was able to pay through master's, PhD, BSc by working with my wife. I didn't have any money in Nigeria, from Nigeria. Therefore, I did all that. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And as a student, you can work full-time during holidays. The law permits you just to work 20 hours when you are in term time. But when you are on holiday, we do have summer holiday from early May to early September. Therefore, you have 4 months to work during summer. You can work any amount of hours. And you have holiday also in December, about 3-4 weeks. You can work. We have another 3 weeks in April for Easter. You can work. Therefore, people have been able to work to assist themselves to pay for their education. And that is possible, and you can do it too. Then there are opportunities for scholarship and bursaries for talented students. If you are good and you can compete well, you have access to applying for scholarship. It's not based, as I've said earlier, on who you are. It's what stuff that you are made up of. And once you can do that, for example, in my university here, University of Portsmouth, if you're coming here as an HND holder, you want to study final year BSc, they study just 1 year, have their BSc, you can apply for scholarship of about £5,000. They're good MSc students. I've seen MSc students that got half of their studies paid, that got their full tuition fee paid. They just need to pay for their accommodation and maintenance funds. There are opportunities for bursary and scholarship, and they call something here, my university here, International Student Hardship Fund. When you have challenges, you can go to the university and say, University of Portsmouth, I can't pay my rent, I can't eat. You are entitled to £1,500, which is 750,000 naira, roughly. That will help you through hardship. I have a student that came here through my agency this January. I just assisted him to submit that form. And I've I've benefited from it more than 2, 3, 4 times. £1,500 as hardship fund. There are a lot of bursary. And in the UK also, as a student with your family, wife and children, or husband and children, you have access to free health care by NHS. National Health Scheme. It's free. You don't need to pay. Some people will pay for prescription to buy your medication, but consultancy fee, treatment fee, hospital bed is free for you and your family. It's an advantage that if you go to other climate like maybe Canada, like I know New Zealand, you have to have your health insurance to be able to access free air facility there. And university also in the UK gives some discounts. Like in my University of Portsmouth, if you are giving admission, they will give you 10% off from your tuition fee. For example, you are paying £14,000, they will give you £1,400 off your studies or your tuition fee. I've seen universities that give £2,500, that give £2,000. I know University of Aberdeen, Robert Gordon University, give students that can hand or obtain 2-1 upper credits in BSc. They give them £2,500 or £2,000 plus from their tuition fee. They want to encourage people to come and study in the UK. I want to tell you how you can get here. The first thing is to know what you want to study. What are the courses you are interested in studying? And you need to examine your background. Where are you coming from? I've seen people that study Yoruba that want to come and study project management here. I do advise them, will you be able to cope? Because one of my role as an agent of the university is to examine the capability of individual candidates financially and academically. I've seen people that say, oh, you have Yoruba BSc, BA in Yoruba, you want to come and study accounting here. It's difficult. Therefore, we give advice on what course you will do that will help you. And once you have made up your mind that this is what you want to do, what we do, we shop around for you, look for university for you, and we'll give you 1 or 2 or 3 universities, their tuition fee, their requirements, and we'll match it up with what you have. And once we've agreed that, oh, this is the course I want to do, we've agreed, what we'll do is that we'll help you to submit your application. Essentially, for an agent to help you like THC, led by Ada, you will need to give us some document like your BA certificate if you have BSc. We need your transcripts. We need your personal statements. I mean, some people call it motivation statement. Here, they value it. They want to see a demonstration of why do you want to do a course. Why are you, what is the plan in future after your course? How does that marry with what you've done before? Both academic qualifications and work experience. And once you do that, they will see that indeed this is a genuine student. We need that. We need personal motivation statement. That is starting. We need a biometric page of your visa, of your passport, because they want to see your passport. That helps us to know your name. Some students, they will send their name to you, but when they don't use their passport, they will make mistakes. Therefore, we normally request, and even the school, to send a first page of your passport so that we will know the name, the date of birth, and we know this is a genuine Nigerian citizen. Apart from that, you need to give us 2 references. Some university will ask you for 2 academic references. Well, some university will say, okay, give us 1 academic references and 1 character references. If you can give 2 academic references, it's okay. But if you can just get somebody that have taught you before, or academia you've known before, that will recommend you that, oh, you have the capacity to cope well when you get to the UK to study, you need to get recommendation from them. And once you have that, be a certificate, transcript, you have your 2 references, motivation statement, you have your CV. It's important, which is the 5th thing. We do request for comprehensive CV because they want to know what you've done before, and which will reflect also your personal statement. And the last thing that I do ask students to get for me is their O-level qualification. Some universities will allow Nigerian WAEC, accept Nigerian WAEC and NECO in lieu of IELTS or TOEFL. Some will say no, but we do ask that you provide your certificate, O-level certificate, and you need to buy scratch card. That is, and with that, we'll help you submit application. Once you have an offer of admission, we'll give it to you. That is your offer of admission. And you'll be able to know what are the conditions of your offer that before they can give you to proceed to the next stage. And the next stage is for you to pay the minimum deposit. Some university asks for £22,000, some asks for £3,000, some asks for 50% of their tuition fee. I do tell my students, the more you pay from Nigeria, the more easier you find yourself here to pay the balance of your tuition fee. For example, if you are asked to pay £14,700 for a master's degree, but you pay £2,000 deposit before you leave Nigeria, you know, when you get here, you have £11,700 to battle. Let's assume they give you discount. You have about 11,000 there, about 10,000 there about to battle. Therefore, I do encourage pay as much as you can pay before you leave home. When you get here, they will divide the rest into installments for you. You find it easy to work and pay. Sometimes you might need assistance from home, but if you are hardworking, you are not lazy, you'll be able to work. I've worked. I didn't have any opportunity to have money before I left Nigeria, though. Therefore, I got here. I worked to pay through my educations, and I've done for my wife and my children. I'm doing for my daughter now. Therefore, it is possible. After that, you pay your deposit. They will give you what we call certificate of confirmations of acceptance for study. Each university with the United States UK border United Kingdom border agency UKBA, or let's say UK embassy, they will give you, they will work together to produce your certificate. Each university that can sponsor a student, for example from Nigeria, will have opportunity to have a specific number, sponsorship number, and they will put that in that your certificate. Some people call it cash statement. The number produced by the embassy, a unique number, then will be also in the form. They will send a copy to the embassy, they will give you a copy. And in that copy of yours, they will state how much you've paid, how much you have left to pay. What are the complications they assess to give you admission offer, and you have to take those to the embassy, original, to submit to your application. Essentially, the embassy wants you to demonstrate that, okay, how will you pay the balance of your tuition fee? And what they do by law is that you will be required to deposit in your account for 28 days, not working days, just days, including Sunday and Saturday, for 28 days, the balance of your tuition fee with maintenance fund. It means they want you to show that how will you feed yourself for 9 months. And they call that maintenance fund. They want for each student to show, if you are studying outside London, £1,015 a month. For 9 months, £9,135. You put that in your account for 28 days, you print your statement after 28 days, and then you submit. You submit your application to the embassy. Our agent, like THC Study Center, will support you through visa application process. They will interview you at the embassy, and they will use your personal statement to interview you, what you put down yourself. And likely question is, why do you want to study in the UK? Why are you not going to Canada? Why UK? Why do you want to take, for example, study in University of Portsmouth? Why not University of Oxford? They will ask you those genuine questions. Which course do you want to go and study? And you know what you've applied for and what you've been given offer for. They will ask you, how will you fund your education? You should be able to know, a genuine student should be able to know all that sensible questions. Some people are scared students that, oh, when you get to the embassy, you will fail. I know some of us might have stage fright. When we see, we are facing interview, we feel jittery, we can't voice we can't be able to find our voices. But simple questions they will ask you. What we do as agents is that we'll guide you through those questions. We'll give you a list of those questions. We'll answer it for you, together with you. You can look at it, you can read it too if you want to read it. And then when you get to the interview, 15 minutes interview, you'll be able to do well. We'll help you through that. And once you've got your visa, it's our responsibility also to tell you what you should expect in the UK. What we do as agents sometimes is that we give you pre-departure seminars that we do organize for our students, tell you what should be expected at the airport when you get to city you are going. And when you get to the UK, we provide also transport, airport pickup. We pick you up from the airport and take you to where you will stay. And where you will stay depends on you. Every university has accommodation facilities. You can apply to the university accommodation, they will give you. Or some people prefer to stay outside the campus, I mean, in the city where their university is, with private landlord. For example, in my own university, we have private landlord that have registered with the universities, that you can go onto the university website, search their address, call them, even from Nigeria. You can call them from Nigeria and say, oh, I'm interested in getting your room or your flat. We help students occasionally, if we can help them to get accommodations. We advise you appropriately which one is best for you, depending on your financial capability and your family. I mean, if you are coming alone, we say get a room. We have some accommodation in the university whereby they give you breakfast free. They give you lunch also free. It comes with some money too. We have private accommodation that you get a room, but if you are coming with a family, according to the law, we call something we call house multiple occupation law. As a family of 4, you have children below age 9, a boy and a girl, they can stay in a room. You and your wife will stay in a room. Therefore, you are required to have a room. You have 2-bedroom flat, not 1-bedroom flat. If you are having children that are 14, 16, the law does not expect you, to let the teenagers stay in the same room together. They want you to have 3-bedroom flats. We work around all that, advise you, and with what is available, so that your life will be easier in the UK. I do, in partnership with ADA THC Study Center, also help students to get job, where I have the link. For example, I live in Portsmouth for about 6 years now. I know many employers in Portsmouth. I know what they want. I know how their application processes are, and I know the document you need to have before you can give you a job. Therefore, I do advise students, link them with those employers so that they can get a job. Because once you get a job, you'll be able to settle down quickly. And what I normally tell my students is that make sure you come to the UK at least a month before the start of your course, because the law allows you to enter the UK a month before the start of your course. For example, if you are resuming October 5, you can enter the UK on September 5. If you are resuming September 14th, you can come to the UK August 14. Yeah, but when you get to the UK, we have some documents we have to get before you get employment. We call something like national insurance number. Every person that will work in the UK will have that number, and it's free. You just call them when you enter the UK. Before we can call from Nigeria, but now they want you to have entered the UK before you can call. They send the form to you, you fill it, and they will send your number to you between 2 and 6 weeks. And what we do is, immediately student comes, the first thing you have to do is call NI people, so that you get their application form immediately. Before the end of the month, you got your NI number. There's something they call criminal record check. If you want to work in the X sector, which is the commonest job here, we guide you to do that too with the employer, so that we make sure that our students that need to work to pay their tuition fee, we assist them as far as we can go to help them get a job. As academia myself, I give comment on people's work. I know how difficult to come from Nigeria to thrive well in the UK educational systems. Therefore, I counsel my students, this is how you approach this, approach that. And PhD students, I help them read their work, give comment. Master student, send your coursework to me. I will give you feedback. Oh, this is not how to do it, this is how to do it. You have those facilities. As long as you have time. Sometimes if you have more than 10 people, some people, you say, okay, I want to help you to give comment on your work, and they will send their work to you 2 days to the submission date. Sometimes I do decline such work. Give me 2 weeks so that I'll be able to scale, because I deal with many people all over the world that are studying here that I've known. Therefore, we give a lot of support just to make sure that majority of you will come here and thrive. And I want to tell you, if I can do it, you can do it. You can do it. I'm from a very, very, very a small village in Oyo State with no family background, no financial. I sponsor myself through HND, OND until this level. Therefore, if I can do it, you can do it. You just need to be lion-hearted to do it and be focused. And I'll give time, half an hour, for you to ask questions. Whatever area you think I need to cover again that I've not covered, we'll examine it together, and you will try to resolve your concern. When you get admission to study in the UK, and you are given Tier 4 student general visa with your family, after your study, you'll be given 2-year extra visa with work permit. And that will give you opportunity to look for job, a permanent job. Once you are able to get a permanent job, you can change your visa from student visa to work-based visa. We call tier 2 visa. And that is 5 years. After that 5 years, you now apply for your indefinite leave to remain in the UK. Yeah, it means after you've finished your studies, you got a job. The university has every university have their career center. They support students. They bring employers from industries to meet with students, and some students can meet their employer from their forum. And once you are able to get a permanent job, they will give you tier 2 visa, and then you can apply for indefinite leave to remain in the UK after 5 years. Are you clear with the question, or I should it's a bit different. You have to finish your studies before you can change to tier 2 visa. You have that 2-year extra visa to look for permanent job in the UK with your qualification you've obtained in the UK. They want people that have studied in the UK to use their talent to build UK if you want to stay. Yeah, but that 2 year will give you opportunity to look for permanent job. And each university supports you to link you with employer, give you references. And the employer that will come to university directly to recruit staffs or workers. Yeah, but once you are able to get that permanent job within that 2 years, you will now change to tier 2 visa. That tier 2 visa, yeah. Not every university in the UK accept NECO result. Some UK university will accept WAEC certificate, at least CC's credit in English instead of IELTS or TOEFL. And they accept NECO too. Some university, I know more than 15 that will accept that. But we have some universities that will say, okay, you have to have IELTS. I think it's possible for her to do nursing in the UK with microbiology. And with HND, she can only start from 100 level. And starting from 100 level as an undergraduate student, you can bring your family to the UK. Only graduate students are allowed to bring family to the UK. If you are a married woman, you have to leave your children and husband for 3 years in Nigeria. And I will advise that it's a bit challenging if you don't have money from home. I know many Nigerians are very rich. They can pay their tuition fees at a go. But we have few of us that do not have the money. Therefore, it's always advisable that if you are coming for program here, you plan your finance very, very well. A woman that has children and husband at home and they can pay about 6 million naira per year for studying here, it will be challenging for her to work alone to pay through 3 years. I would advise Madam to Madam that studied microbiology to come and study something like bioscience, neuroscience, cardiac physiology. We have some courses that are medical too. That immediately you finish, you get job. It's not only nurses that get good job in the UK. If you are a biological student, you have higher opportunity to get a good job when you finish. I would recommend for microbiology to study biotechnology or bioscience or neuroscience. They have a lot of courses that she can do that she will thrive well when she go to the UK, that they even get more money than nurses. Yeah. Every student in the UK that is coming to a credible university or college, every credible college will have their sponsorship number from the UK. They are accredited by UK government to bring or to sponsor international students to study in their institutions. And once you are able to secure admission offer from such institutions, they will then give you certificate of acceptance for study that is recognized by the UK, produced by the UK embassy, and you will take that qualification, that certificate to the embassy with other conditions that you have to meet, and they will give you visa. They will give you tier 4 student general visa for people that are above 16. If you are below 16, they will give you tier 4 student children's visa to study in the UK. And regarding how the visa will be sorted out, we are here. That's why you want to work through agent. We are here to guide you through everything that you need to do so that you'll be able to meet all the conditions. And UK visa is very straightforward. Once you meet all their conditions, which will be stated in your CAS letter, you will be given visa. Because if you are denied visa, it affects the university reputation. Therefore, every university makes sure that they support their students to get visa. Have a career center for students when you are studying and after you have studied. Even in the University of Portsmouth, where I am now, they will support you even 5 years after you finish studying in the university. They will bring employers that you can apply, you can attend their fair, bring employers from the city and beyond Portsmouth City. They will bring them on for a fair, and then students also will meet them. From there, the employer will get your details. They can give you application form from there, and you can start the process of getting job from them. Therefore, apart from that, they help you to look at your university, help you to look at your CV. They advise you on your CV. If you have to write cover letter, they help you. You have cover letter written, you send it to the university, they help you correct it. And the job center also will schedule a meeting with you to discuss your CV and to discuss the interview. What are the likely questions? I've had the experience when I was interviewed by a university in Netherlands as a lecturer. They organized interview for me, a day to my original interview, that they asked me questions that they might likely have asked me in the job interview. They do that for every student. Therefore, they provide massive support, because one thing you have to know that in UK universities, they rank them based on how many number of graduates got job after they've completed studying with them. Do you get me? They rank them based on that employment rate. And if you look at every university, they will tell you that, hey, 95% of our students, when they finish, they get job. 98% of our students get job. That's why some people want to go to Cambridge, go to Oxford, because you will get job. Therefore, it's part of the ranking system that they want to know how many students that finished from your uni got job. Therefore, university will do everything to support you to achieve your best. We have several universities here, quality universities. For majority of university here, will accept 2-2 for some courses. We have some courses they will not accept 2-2. And they will say 1-2-1. But what we do is that once we have students and we discuss the course they want to study, we look at university that they can meet their criteria. That is why they are working with agents like TSC Study Center. They will match what they have with the requirement of universities to make sure that they are qualified for whatever course they want to apply for. That is the advice we are getting from agency. And people that have top class also have opportunity to do pre-masters. If you have passed, you have top class BSc, you can do pre-masters. Some university call it extended masters. Pre-masters is just 3 months. It's just 3 months. And you finish that pre-master in 3 months, you start the full masters after that 3 months. And they will give you that visa together. Some have extended masters that say instead of you finishing your master for 12 months, they will say it's 15 months. And they will give you extended master's admission for 15 months with your second class and with your third class and then pass. If I have some university that accept pass for extended masters and third class for extended masters. In the university, we call it MSc in Computing and Information System. I've got a student from Port Harcourt that finished library science, and she was admitted to that course, MSc computing, and then information system. Apart from that, there are some general computing and information science. And we have also some general courses that any course can apply, even if you study philosophy or Yoruba, any management course, MBA, project management, business management, operation management, anything management. You can come from any field and do it if you love to do those management courses. Therefore, with a library science, there are a lot of courses you can do. Now certificate that they accepted. They are now is an accredited university in Nigeria. Therefore, any university that is accredited in Nigeria, they will accept their certificate. They accept now. I've seen people that have submitted now and they've got admission. Also, some university can process their admission within a week, some 3 weeks, some within a month. What I would advise students is to apply as early as possible. For example, people that started this January, by October, by November 27, University of Portsmouth said they don't want to accept any application anymore from Nigerian because they've had enough Nigerian. They don't want every of their class to be full with Nigerians. They want a multicultural classes. And they said from October 10, they don't want any candidate again from India because they've had enough Indian candidates. Therefore, it's always advisable to apply as early as possible. For this September, the resumption is October 5. You can still apply for admission until August ending. For January admission, you can apply until November ending. Some can even apply early December. Come to UK University. UK University has a regulatory body that regulates every qualification in the UK with higher standard of academic education and research. Therefore, if you obtain BSc from any UK university, it's the same thing. Though you might have a university that has name like Oxford, like Cambridge, like University of Bath, like London School of Economics and Political Science. But it's the same thing. Once you have BSc from Oxford, somebody that has BSc from University of Solent University, Southampton, or Begodo University, Aberdeen, it's the same qualification. There's no difference. And what you should know, I do advise students, don't look at the name of university. Go online. Every courses has, sometimes some courses are here in the UK that Oxford is number 200. That look by course. Look at ranking by course. Some courses here in the UK, University of Portsmouth is the best in journalism. They are different universities with different strength. Don't look at name. Look at the course you want to study and where best you can get the best to support that course. Therefore, it's not about name of university, but each potential in each university and expertise in that particular area. It's the same thing, in short. No. They don't, it depends on, once you are able to meet their criteria and you apply early, you don't have any problem. But when, for example, University of Portsmouth for a class, they want to have 150 for MBA. And when they've had about 145, another 30 students applied, they can now say, oh, okay, let's take this one that has this and this. But if you apply early, once you meet their criteria, there's no preferential treatment for anybody. Except you apply late, when they've had enough candidates for that course, they can reject your offer. But they will advise you that you can come next year. They will say, okay, you can come this year, but you'll be on the priority list next year or January. But they won't reject any candidates here. Once you meet their criteria. It depends on courses, it depends on universities. Averagely, it's between 13,000 to 14,000 average. For example, University of Portsmouth, the minimum course you can study is, if you want to do PGD in educational leadership and management, it's £9,000. If you want to do masters in education, it's 14,300. You know, they charge per unit cost. For PGD, they just do 90 unit cost. I mean, 120 unit cost. For MSc, it's 180 unit cost. Therefore, they charge 14,000. But I have some university that I work with that for MBA, they collect 10,000 pounds. And they will still give you discount from that 10,000 pounds, like 10% discount. It depends on the university. But averagely, we prepare for between 12, 14,000. And out of that 12, 13,000, they will still give you discount of minimum 10%. From give 2,000 off. For example, if you get admission for university, into University of Portsmouth now, they say 14,300 is your tuition fee. They will give you 10% of that. Means you will remove 1,430 pounds from 40,300. That is what you will pay. Therefore, you have automatic discount or scholarship for every university. Let's say average 10, 12, 15,000, 12, 13,000. Yeah, what we do, what do we do as agents is that we do discuss with students their financial capability to recommend university for them. We will tell them cheaper university with the same quality of qualification or course, and also that they can pay bit by bit. Some university will say, oh no, you have to pay your school fees 2 times. 50% before you start your study, 50% after you enroll. Some will say, oh, just pay minimum of 3,000 or 2,000 pounds before you leave Nigeria, then you can pay the remaining in 6 installments that you can work and be paying. That is why we look at candidates and look at their financial condition to recommend university where they will be able to cope for them. BA primary education. She can do masters in educational studies. She can do masters in educational leadership and management. She can do masters in project management. You can do masters in, you can do MBA. There's a lot of courses she can do. But if she wants to specialize in education, she can do educational study MA, educational studies and management and leadership MA. There are a lot of courses she can do. Policy here. It's unlike Canada or like New Zealand that you have to have insurance policy. No. Even the university will give you insurance policy free once you are a student. For example, if you are traveling outside the UK, maybe you are going to the US for holiday, the university will give you insurance free. That will cover your trip. Therefore, no insurance here. You don't require to provide an insurance here. The only thing we normally pay is national health insurance subcharges. And you pay that with your application fee. What that means that because health services is free here, and they are struggling with funding health sector here, they want every student to, or everybody that is coming that will stay in UK, not visitors. So if you have visiting visa, you won't pay. But if you are coming to stay more than 6 months in the UK to live in the UK and work, you will pay £300 per year for an health insurance scheme. But apart from that, there's no insurance.